You get into your office, you put down your coffee, you open up your laptop, and the first thing that you see is that nothing's working. You walk out your door, you look around your office, your employees, your teammates are all running around trying to figure out why their systems are also not working. Phones ringing, customers are calling in, they can't get access to their data, they can't get access to the products that they're looking to use that you provide them. You're now getting calls from your shipping department. You can't send out whatever it is that you make, or you can't receive whatever you make because the systems are down. You then have your IT person walk up and say, "We just found this," and they hand you a ransom demand for $100,000. Included in that ransom demand is proof that they have copies of your client data they're willing to put out on the dark web if you don't pay the ransom. Things start rushing through your mind. If I pay the $100,000, am I actually convinced they're not going to put the data out there anyway? If I pay them the $100,000, am I convinced they're going to actually undo the damage they've done? Is it even possible to have the damage that's been done undone? These are all great questions. Your blood pressure raises. You're not knowing what to do. Your team is skirting around. Chaos. This is exactly what an incident response plan is designed to mitigate. So exactly when the bad things happen, you know exactly what to do. My name is Jamie. I'm the founder, CTO, and CEO of Virtual Sprout. Today, we're going to talk a little bit about an incident response plan, which is a mandated control of the IRS safeguards rule and the FTC safeguards rule. Today, we're going to focus more on the IRS part of it, and we're going to talk a little bit about what an incident response plan is and why it's valuable to your business. So first, what is an incident response plan? An incident response plan is a run book. It's a document that you put together that contemplates disaster, contemplates a breach, contemplates something negative happening in your business that creates risk, and then defines who's going to be doing the reaction to the negative event and what are you going to be doing. It lays out all the orchestration so that when the actual bad thing happens, you're a well-oiled machine, react to the event well, minimizing the impact of whatever that negative event is to the organization. Generally speaking, we recommend to clients that the incident response plan, once drafted, gets ran as a tabletop exercise between the employees, parties, teams on a quarterly basis so that it's fresh in everybody's mind and everybody's well practiced. So beyond what an incident response plan is, what value does it add to your business beyond what you can kind of just think about just now? First, it's absolutely a mandated requirement of the IRS safeguards rule. It's also a mandated requirement. And again, if you're part of the IRS safeguards rule, you're part of the FTC safeguards rule. This is also a requirement over there, as it is in most cyber liability policies and business interruption insurance policies as well. If you do not comply with those various regulations, you may actually be subjected to pretty significant fines. If it is found out that you didn't have an incident response plan and the impact to the consumer or the holder of the federal taxpayer information or whoever's data is that you lost, or potentially there's a disaster that occurs and it goes longer than it should have, but you made a rep to your insurance company that you had an incident response plan, this all can have negative outcomes, including fines, penalties, lost dollars as a result of non-covered items in your insurance policy, potential lawsuits, all super nasty stuff. So you definitely want to do it for not only the fact that it's going to be good for you and your consumers and the people that you're protecting their data, but also because you're mitigating your risk. Outside of that, there's some other kind of very key value-driven items that come out of an incident response plan. First, minimizing downtime. If everybody knows what they're doing, they can enact that plan quickly. That could include kicking out a threat actor. That could include initiating a disaster response and moving over to your disaster recovery site. That could include a lot of things, but this is going to minimize the downtime. Minimizing downtime leads into the next piece, which is reducing your financial loss. We've already talked about lawsuits. That's a very real outcome a lot of times if there's a breach. But if you have system downtime, what does that cost the business? All those things adding in, being able to react quickly and get back up and going, important. That's part of this. Mitigating your reputational damage, being able to communicate to your clients, your partners in quick time, your insurance provider. They want to know that they're high on the list of people that you're going to call right out of the gate if something bad happens. That's all part of it. Compliance, we touched on. Limiting the scope of the incident, we touched on a little bit, but again, if you have a breach, someone's in your network, someone's in your systems, someone's actively stealing things. If you have an incident response plan, you know exactly what to do, what to quarantine, what to turn off. You might be able to limit the scope of the damage that occurs. And then lastly, really building that culture of preparedness, building a culture of security and risk avoidance. We talked in prior videos about the importance of training your employees, another mandate of the IRS safeguards, but you're doing it for a similar reason, that you're instilling in the culture, one of managing the risk and avoiding risk and having everybody know their roles in the organization. So this is a incident response plan, an important component of the IRS safeguards and the FTC safeguards rule, both. If you have any questions about this, or if you actually want a copy of an incident response plan, if you want a template that you can work off of to build out your own and run your own tabletop exercises, we would be happy to give you one. There's two ways to get it. One, visit us at cyber-strategy.virtualsprout.com, and you can get booked into one of our cyber strategy sessions with a security analyst. They'll give you that template, talk to you about how to use it, talk to you about your specific situation, help you down the path. That's a free service that we offer. Or go out to our website, virtualsprout.com, go over to our blog section, go to any of our educational content that we have out there. And if you scroll to the bottom, there's a link there to get booked into a cyber strategy session there as well. Get right on somebody's calendar, get booked in. So again, my name is Jamie. Appreciate the time.